Alright, welcome. This is M-Dog. This is going to be Path of Exile. One of our first few minutes videos here. And, boy, my first question is, how do I turn off chat? Okay, there we go. Chat was looking kind of annoying there. Path of Exile is currently on Steam, is free to play, and is in the same family of games as a game like Diablo. So isometric view, a lot of mouse clicking, and really at the end of the day, it's all about doing quests and getting new gear. All about the loot, really. So we have a dying exile here.
Made it? They dumped 24 of us exiles off that ship. Guess that makes us the lucky ones.
And this is literally the first scene as you start a new game. We're playing, I believe, a Templar character.
Splinter sticking out of me? Missed all the important bits. I saw smoke at those ruins up the beach. Go get some help. And I might just...
Uh-oh. So much for just having a splinter. So it looks like you can hold down the left mouse button. You don't have to click at each attack. You can hold it down. What is this? Okay, it's something I place into an item, so that's not going to help me right now. Scroll of Wisdom identifies an item. Inventory is brought up with just the I button. And I'm sure there is one of these icons right here is open the inventory panel. Open, close the map. So it's a map overlay. It actually doesn't look that good to me. Now it may just be that it's not filled in and that's why it's got all of the messy stuff on there. We'll confirm that in a minute. Social panel, open the passive skill panel. So here's one of the things that Path of Exile is most well known for. How about that for a talent tree? Huh? Are you confused yet? This is like throwback, hardcore talent tree. Now, I have not played this. I don't know. It looks like this might be the starting point for our class. And then from there, we make choices on where our talent tree goes. Challenges panel. Looks like those are achievements mostly. World panel, so that's where we are and that's where we're supposed to be headed. Okay, so let's walk a little bit. Now I don't really see. Okay, so M brings up microtransactions. I was trying to bring up the map here, and we get microtransactions. See what the daily deal is. Spirit Charm imbues a piece of headgear with a glyphic paper charm and 2 hovering spirits. That will cost us 85 points, I guess. And 100 points cost $10. So that's, if I'm reading that right, that's actually quite expensive. Pets. So pretty pricey pets as well. Premium guild stuff. So it looks like they have sort of, even animations are in here. So it's completely free to play, but it does look like they've gotten pretty creative on adding a lot of things. Open, close the map is tab. Okay. They have gotten a lot of things in there to try to get you to spend some money, which, hey, makes sense. I mean, this game is a completely free game to play. And we are taking some damage, and this is, by the way, hardcore mode. My understanding is that by starting in hardcore mode like we did, there's no penalty for starting in hardcore mode. And as long as you stay alive, you stay in hardcore mode. But if you die, your character, instead of like most games, instead of just being gone and you don't have that character anymore, I think your character then gets moved down to standard mode. So you do have the option of continuing to play him. Now, we are in grave danger of going to standard mode right here off the bat. We're going to have to use a health potion. I don't believe our health is actually going up. So that it is not automatically going back up. Yeah, we're going to have to use a health potion. Alright, so there's a health potion. Okay, so drinking a health potion does not drain the whole potion. It just, like, you take a sip out of it. Right? You just get a sip out of the health potion. So health potions last a little longer than you might suspect they would. Now, the one problem I have so far is I have not found a weapon yet. So I am punching these things, getting hit myself quite a bit. Is that a shield? I just picked up a shield. Okay, so it auto-equipped it because I didn't have anything equipped. So it just auto-equips this crappy shield. And now I'm off and running. Do I have a quest? What is my quest? There's a crate. We need to make it to the crate. Nothing for us in the crate. This is going to be a dicey situation here. We're going to have to drink some more health potion. Because we are going to take some damage here. Guess I'll kind of be surprised, and maybe I just haven't found it yet, if there's not some way to look at your active... Alright, so we're just putting things on as we find them. Now, let's go to our inventory. We just got a crude bow. Can't have both equipped. Do we have to have arrows? Nope. So this may help us. This may help us get to the next point, because we can now fight from afar and we don't have to take all that damage right in the midst of our opponent. Now in Diablo you can hold shift down and that will keep you from moving. Looks like that is the case here as well. And that's helpful. And I see little arrows sticking out. Okay, something just happened. Level 2 just happened. Alright, I think we might have just gotten a better iron hat. Nope, exact same. In fact, this one may be better. It's got 2 gem slots versus the 1. 1 passive skill point available. So we can either go increased melee damage or mana regeneration. Now if we go melee damage, the next choice will be strength or more increased melee damage. This is amazing. If we went mana, we're headed towards elemental damage and intelligence. So here's to hoping that we can reset these if we want. And we're gonna go towards increased melee physical damage. Even though right now we're using a bow, we're gonna go with that. Alright, so let's see. Under challenges, that does not show us any all ears. Huh. Okay, that's just from listening to dialogue. Social panel. Character. Alright, so there's a lot of information, but still no quest information. We'll continue down here on the lower path, just to make sure there isn't anything down here for us. Look at those arrows just sticking out of his face. That is gruesome. This game doesn't look wonderful. And we're back. We did get the in this game, having a little bit of problems with the game. It kicked us out one time, it came back in, and then we disconnected again and actually lost a little bit of recording. Only thing that happens, I killed this big old dude and he gave me a Pain Smasher Driftwood Maul. We also threw that Glacial Hammer upgrade into it. So that's where we are right now. Continue to walk down the beach here. And really, when we killed the Hillock, or whatever they called him, and he may still actually be on the ground up here, we'll see. But when we killed him, it said enter town to get your reward. So kind of, yeah, here he is. That's the guy we killed that dropped this weapon. And the weapon seems to be pretty effective. Pretty effective. We do need to drink a little bit of our health potion, but we're sort of set now. Okay, now I see we have a new ability here. Glacial Hammer. Okay, let's try hitting something with that. Used a little bit of mana, but it did the ability. So I guess that is because of the gem that we put in our weapon. We now have that Glacial Hammer. Okay, so here we go into town. It looks like no one's talking to us, but this is some sort of, it may not be a town, it may just be a place where they have, okay, so there's another player, another human players. What do you know? People are playing the game. I like that. Stash. Open our stash. Is there anything we want to keep? Probably not really.
I know you. The Blasphemer. That's what my father called you. God saw fit to drown my father. And everyone else I ever loved. I wonder what fate he has in store for you. I'm Nessa. And I suppose I should thank you for ridding us of Hillock, that putrid giant you felled out there. You know, back in Aurea, I was taught that God loved me. There's a funny way of showing his love, doesn't he, Templar? Lionel's watch isn't much, but it's ours. We could use you here, while you live. But should you wish to venture out, do just one thing for me. Out on the coast, amongst the wrecks, there must be a ship's.
So it looks like we're just putting everything we want to sell in there. And the vendor is making us an offer. We're getting 1 scroll of wisdom. Now, let's take this out. Let's do a little experiment here. Alright, so we're getting 1 scroll of wisdom, 1 scroll fragment for what we have here. Alright, now let's look again. Just for the simple robe, she's willing to give us 2 transmutation shards. Now, let's try to do something first. Let's identify it. Alright, now let's sell it and see if we get more or less. 5 alteration shards. Is that better? Worse? I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. Okay, and I am wondering, how much do Scroll of Wisdoms cost? Are you able to just buy them? Alright, here's Portal Scroll. That's kind of cool. It costs 3 Scrolls of Wisdom to get 1 Portal Scroll. Okay. Alright, well, let's talk to somebody else.
A tyrannical Templar to be tested and tempered in the straits of Rayclast. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my merry goat ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bone. Come to hear your poem. Poor Nessa. Not even a mother herself, and yet she cares for us all. Aaron, the merry goat's cook, washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail.
That's one incredible name this person created. Alright, here's Tarkle.
Where'd you learn to fight like that? No, don't tell me. We exiles have no history. Dominus took it from us the moment his blackguards dumped us in the water.
Alright, we can get Ground Slam, Ice Nova, or Spark. I'm going to assume that we want Ground Slam. Although Spark looks pretty cool too. But I think we'll take Ground Slam.
Walls of this old ruin.
Alright, so you can listen to a lot of text about things. Alright, so here's 3 different pages of things you can buy from him. So there's no way to directly compare it to what you have. We're doing 15 to 24 damage with our mace. Alright, it looks like it is showing. Alright, so those are people. Okay, so the coast is where we're going. And notice board. Public parties, guild, friends, on the notice board. Probably not anything we want to put in our stash right now. Let's just go to the coast. Alright.
My nightmares, they were prophecy.
So even on the coast, our weapon's doing pretty good damage here. Although we can get overrun by multiple. Obviously. Rusted hatchet. Gross. Okay. A cannibal. Wow. Something is doing some damage here. This cannibal, I think. So it uses a good bit of mana when we use our special ability.
Thus answered.
Alright, it's telling us we have 1 skill point available. So now we can go physical damage or strength. This leads to shield blocking, more strength, accuracy, dexterity, armor, and energy shield. So that looks like a little bit more strength and then shield stuff. Melee damage, one-handed damage, two-handed damage. So you go here and then you choose between two-handed. Let's say if we went two-handed, enforcer. This kind of looks like a path to two-handed DPS. We're going to go there. We're going to keep going in that direction. Looks like we could maybe use a boost to accuracy or something. A scepter. I'm going to guess that's probably not something we just necessarily need to identify immediately. It's probably not going to be for us, given that it's a scepter. These cannibals. Whoa, I'm in the fire. Boy, this is a gross game in terms of some of the blood and graphics here. Oh, mercy. Could have sworn there was something. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. They're throwing stuff. Yeah, I tell you. You miss about 1 every 3 swings. Or thereabouts. Improves the quality of an armor. Alright, so we improved the quality of that piece of armor. It didn't take up one of the gem slots, it just improved the armor, it looked like. Conductive quiver. So if we were still using our bow and arrow, we would now have some lightning damage on our weapon. So it said that this thing is ready to level up. Here we go. Click this to level up the glacial hammer gem. Alright, it's been leveled up. There's not any choices we had to make. It just leveled it up for us. So we can keep going that way, but let's see what happens down here. Let's make sure we're not missing. Withered husk. Okay, so I'm having some more success in not missing with the weapon by actually just sort of clearing target and then putting the mouse over the target and then just holding it down. Still missed once there. Got a chromatic orb, it looked like. So occasionally we are hitting that ice damage or whatever. Scroll of Wisdom, we want that. So we kind of took the low road, mud flats. I don't know that we want to leave the coast yet. We might have to backtrack and go up to the higher ground. Unless there's something out here. Tidal Island. That's probably where we need to go. Let's go make sure though. You know, it once you kind of get the hang of combat, oh my goodness. That was brutal. I don't know what that was. Okay, I give up. Fiery Fury. Oh my word. That was so much damage. She was doing so much damage to us. Like seriously, so much damage. It's that AoE spell she was doing on the ground. Alright, let's look in our inventory real quick. So we got some things here. 14, that's the same. Gnarled Branch, I think that's what's dropped. Evasion rating. Superior Iron Greaves, armor 6. And it has quality difference. Try that. Here's a chromatic orb. Reforges the color of a socket on an item. That's cool. Seems like that could be useful. Oh. Looks like we just leveled again. We're now level 4. These little gravel eaters are really quite annoying. I don't know if there's anything else for us to really do up here. Let's look at our tree here. I think we're going to go towards two-handed damage. Alright. So we're kind of back to going that way. Looks like it leads back to the beginning. So let's go down and see if we can get back to the...
No beast of burden.
See if we can get back to the island or whatever it is that we found over there. So it's kind of looking like that the health potions are replenishing themselves. Alright, this is a new kind of enemy here. They're actually kind of cool looking. Tide Strider. They still go down pretty easy, but... It'd be awesome to have some sort of AoE damage in some of these situations. Whoa. Tell you what, we are a slow swinger of our weapon. Uh-oh. Looks like we're about to be fighting something a little more rare here. Yeah. Ooh. Boom. Okay, so our one health potion looks like it ran out. Now I don't know if that's permanent. Oh, I died. I was looking down at my phone. Oh no. Okay, there you go. We are now out of hardcore mode. Alright, we need to sell some of this stuff that we don't want. And if this is like most games, I just have a feeling that we're going to get more back for things if we actually identify them ourselves. Alright, let's look at these. One-handed mace does 5 to 8 damage, so our two-handed is better. 11 to 23. Life gain on kill, that's kind of cool, but 11 to 23 doesn't really add up. It does have 2 slots though. Gnarled Branch of Success. Alrighty. Okay, so here's the deal. Oh, there's stairs there. Here's the deal. Let me know if you enjoy watching some of this game, Path of Exile. I'd be willing to play it more for sure. If there's not a lot of interest, will I play it? I don't know. I've got a lot going on with other things that I'm playing and working on, but I may come back to it a little bit. But if there's interest on the channel, I will definitely do it. If you want to see different classes played, if you'd rather just choose one like the Templar or a different one and see it go a little higher in level, I'm happy to do that as well. But as always, I appreciate you watching, and feel free to leave any questions or comments on the general channel discussion area or in this video discussion. Thanks as always. This is M-Dog.